Hey everyone, I'm Steve Nash.
And I'm Antonella Ruffalo, and this is our review of Island of Dr. Necreaux.
I wonder if people go to this island to party. You know, dead people.
I wouldn't know.
Get it down.
Oh, that's just gross, Steve.
What about like eHarmony? Would it be like necroharmony.com? Find a dead person.
All right, I think we should continue the review.
In this game, players are part of an elite rescue team who are trying to rescue the scientists from the island of Dr. Necreaux. It's a cooperative card game where you are role-playing a character with special abilities. In the box, you'll get a deck of cards, a board to keep track of time and speed, tokens, red dice, just like on our sweet logo, and character skill cards.
To set up the game, first you must get your 3 skills. Skill cards are blue. Weapon cards are green, and enemy cards are orange. Shuffle the skill cards and give 3 to each player. Each player chooses one of the skills and passes the other 2 cards to the player to his left. This goes on until each player has chosen 3 skills. Once chosen, you place the skills down in front of you, and if some of them start with charged tokens, then place those tokens on the card. You have now created your elite rescue team, and it's time to create the island. Shuffle all the island cards together, except for the scientists and the shuttle cards. Make 3 decks of about the same size, and shuffle the scientists in the middle deck, and then shuffle the shuttle in the other deck. The top part of the deck does not contain any of those 2 cards. The middle part contains the scientist, and the bottom part contains the shuttle. Finally, set the clock according to the number of players you are.
There isn't any player turns here, and everything is decided together. At the start of a turn, you can do one of 2 things. You can rest, which will heal you and restore some of your charges on your abilities, but this makes the clock go down 1 hour and must flip and resolve 1 card from the island deck. The second option is to explore the island. If you all decide to explore, you must all decide on a speed for this round. If you all decide on 15 as a speed, this means you will be flipping over 15 cards and resolving them one at a time. If you draw a weapon, this weapon is set aside and is called a pending item. When you defeat a monster with white dots, this is how many items this monster is carrying. You can pick up those items. If you draw a monster, you must fight it or retreat. If you decide to fight it, you must roll 1 die each, and each roll must be higher than its combat value. For each die that rolls under the number, the team must take 1 damage. For each damage the team takes, they must flip over 1 card from their abilities, losing that ability. If your team doesn't have enough cards to flip over, they remove abilities instead. Each monster has a hit point according to the number of players in the team. So if you start the game with 4 players, the HP of each monster is 4. Every dice rolled higher than its combat value is a successful hit. Ties mean no damage to both sides.
The other type of cards you will find when exploring are traps where your team will need to pass certain tests, event cards which can be good or bad, and rooms like the armory where you might find items. You will also find some sliding wall cards which separate your team into 2 teams. Once you find the scientists, it's time to go look for the shuttle. It's there somewhere at the bottom of the deck. If you reach your target speed number, the turn ends and the clock moves down 1 hour. So you can see how you really don't have much time and you better be moving fast. Once you find the shuttle and the scientists, you win the game. If time runs out, the island explodes and you all die.
Some of your abilities will require you to use a charge. There are a couple of ways to get charges in the game. One is by resting, and the other is by getting cards to replenish your charges. It's a quick game and role players can have fun with it. There's an element of suspense while playing, and seeing the time go down every turn is really stressful. The skill cards are not well balanced, and the difficulty really depends on what you get at the start. There is a lot of room here for house rules, and they included a bunch of their own. We prefer playing the shuttle card at the bottom of the deck and scientists before last. It's a quick fix for sci-fi RPG lovers. The artwork is nice, it has a retro feel to it, but the cards are mono-colored. It's a good game to bring to school or work during your break since it's a very small box, and we're giving it a 7.5 on 10.